Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We're breaking down a massive, fundamental shift happening literally right in front of us. We're talking about moving away from AI that just talks to us and stepping into the era of AI that actually does things for us. It's a total game changer. So let's map out exactly how this is going to change our digital lives.
Okay, let's dive into this with a number we can all relate to. 40. Think back to, say, just 2 years ago. If you wanted to book a really complex flight, finding the absolute cheapest, nonstop to Denver, arriving before noon, and, making sure you apply your specific airline miles, how long would that take you? Honestly, easily 40 minutes. You'd have, 6 browser tabs open, you're bouncing between 3 different apps, basically pulling your hair out trying to line all those tiny variables.
But look at where we are today. The current generation of AI, specifically what we call AI agents, well, they're being built to handle that entire messy process for you. The goal isn't just for the AI to give you a polite answer about a flight schedule. No, the goal is for the AI to literally book the flight. We are rapidly moving past the conversational phase of AI and jumping straight into the execution phase. To really wrap our heads around this, let's look at a pretty simple analogy. Think of a standard chatbot as that incredibly smart friend who gives absolutely amazing advice, but never actually helps you move apartments. You ask a question, they give a great answer, but they're never lifting a box. An AI agent, on the other hand, that's the friend who actually shows up on Saturday morning with a pickup truck. It takes your big overarching goal, figures out the necessary steps, navigates the web, reads your calendar, fills out the forms, and actually gets to heavy lifting done. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact difference in everyday terms. Let's say you want to bake a cake. A traditional chatbot is going to hand you a fantastic recipe, and hey, that's incredibly helpful, but you still have to do all the actual work. An AI agent, though, is going to order the ingredients from your local grocery store, preheat your smart oven to the exact right temperature, and even set a reminder on your phone so you don't burn the thing. It executes the whole shebang from start to finish.
Let's apply this to a real-world chore we all kind of dread, booking a dentist appointment. With the standard chatbot, it goes a bit like this. You ask for a good local dentist, and it gives you a list. Okay, step 1 done, but then you still have to manually copy the name, Google their phone number, physically call their office, wait on hold forever, ask if they actually take your insurance, check your own calendar for openings, and finally book the slot. The AI gave you a starting point, right? But you still performed all the manual, exhausting labor.
Now, watch what happens with an agent. You give it just one single command. Find a dentist near me that takes Delta Dental, check who has a Tuesday morning opening next week, and book it. That is it. The agent takes that goal, it searches the provider networks on its own, cross-references your personal calendar, compares the available time slots, and actually puts a hold on the appointment. You literally just tap approve on the final choice. Boom, the friction is completely gone.
Or, take something like planning your daughter's birthday party for under $300. An agent can instantly compare local venues, check the weather forecast, draft the email invites, and build a grocery shopping list. It presents you with a completely actionable plan before you've even finished your morning coffee. You just make a few tiny tweaks, and it's handled.
Now, if you're a bit tech savvy, I know exactly what you might be thinking right now. You're sitting there saying, wait a second, my phone already does things without asking me. And you know what? You'd be totally right. Your email spam filter quietly sorts your inbox all day long. Google Maps dynamically reroutes you around a traffic jam without asking for your permission. Your autopay handles the electric bill while you're fast asleep. These totally feel like agents because they act independently. But there is a massive distinction we need to make here. Those familiar tools are what we call specialist AI. They are trained for a single, super narrow task, and they rigidly follow fixed rules. Your spam filter, fantastic at catching junk mail, but you can't ask it to check if that same sender also texted you yesterday. You can't tell Google Maps to take a scenic route today just because you're in an exceptionally good mood. They do one job, and they do it strictly by the book. An AI agent, however, is a generalist AI. And guys, this is the real breakthrough. Agents can handle goals they have literally never explicitly seen before. They figure out on their own which tools they need to complete your request. And most importantly, they can change course on the fly when things don't go according to plan. They adapt to the context of the situation exactly like a human assistant would. Let's move to and see how this builds into the tools you're probably holding in your hand right now. Because this isn't some science fiction concept living in a corporate research lab anymore. Google's Gemini can now navigate your actual phone to open apps and change settings. Apple Intelligence is designed to read across your various apps to pull together contacts so you don't have to constantly switch screens. ChatGPT can browse the live web, write and execute code, and complete complex multi-step tasks. These tools are taking your goals and running with them today. But of course, as with any massive technological leap, there's a catch, and it's one we really need to take seriously. Think about this. When an agent makes a wrong decision, it might have already acted on it. This is the part nobody really warns you about. If a chatbot gives you a hallucinated or just a weird, incorrect answer, whatever, you just ignore it. No harm, no foul. But if an autonomous agent makes a mistake, it might have already sent an embarrassing email, booked a non-refundable flight on the completely wrong day, or even shared private data. Because the stakes are suddenly so much higher, developers are building in some pretty strict guardrails. Today's agents are actively programmed to pause. They will show you their plan before they execute it. They will absolutely ask for your authorization before spending a single dime of your money. And they're designed to stop dead in their tracks before taking any irreversible action. Trust takes time to build. And right now, the technology is essentially asking for your signature before it finalizes the paperwork. So the crucial point is, how do we manage this tension? Well, here's your ultimate rule of thumb for navigating the agent era. Delegate the cheap and fixable tasks. Things like deep research, writing first drafts, schedule coordination, and price comparisons. Because if the AI messes up, you just hit delete. No big deal. But absolutely keep yourself entirely in the loop for high-stakes items. Anything involving your money, binding legal decisions, or your personal relationships, keep your hands firmly on the wheel for those. If you want to start leveraging this technology today, the best advice I can give you is to just start small. Let an agent help you plan a quick weekend trip itinerary, or maybe have it organize a messy inbox folder. Ask it to compare the specs of a new laptop you've been eyeing, or generate a weekly meal plan complete with a grocery list. By starting out with these low-stakes tasks, you'll really quickly discover exactly what you are comfortable handing off and where you still want to maintain absolute control. Now, what's really interesting about this shift is that it perfectly captures a 40-year paradigm shift in how we interact with technology. Think about it. For 4 decades, we've been computer operators. We typed, we clicked, we navigated menus, we gave step-by-step, highly mechanical commands. But with AI agents, we are being elevated to computer managers. We simply describe the final destination we want to reach, and the agent figures out the absolute best path to get us there. Which leaves us with the most important question for you to consider as we wrap up this explainer. Are you ready to manage your AI instead of just operating it? Because AI agents aren't just changing what our computers know anymore. They are fundamentally changing what our computers do. The truck is parked outside, and it is ready to help you move. You just have to tell it where to go. Thanks so much for joining me to explore this fascinating shift, and I highly encourage you to go start testing out some of these generalist agents for yourself today.